The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
It's a second down run with Sanders. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 27 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
I'm not quite sure they got the spark that they wanted on 3rd down. In fact, I think they gave that spark to their opponent instead because that big stop has galvanized the sideline, and it starts their offense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and move.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And now here's another interception. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10 to the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage on the play. Pushes past him. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. Teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Ready, break. Ready.
Only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is getting enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Cougar 19.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
No scores right here. No scores.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10.
No gain on that one. While the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Okay, ready?
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, 26 yards. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now Sanders to throw on second down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hold it ready. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there. And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, 26 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Hurts to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of...
Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a round is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 28 yards. And the Eagles are able to claw one back. Elliott good with a PAT. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in 1 shot.
1 shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. They're going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
From the gun, it's Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's got it down to the 28. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing is Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. On 1st down, Hurts. And now here's another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, it's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Dolphins continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Dolphins on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
To the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to pass. Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Oh, a quarterback sneak on second down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. On the counter now, it's Sanders powering forward. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. They'll go again with Sanders. Stiff-armed him. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but That lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.